Hello, Veronica. It's Mr. Shawn here to read another story to you. I hope you're doing well. Maybe getting outside to play with your sister or cousins or friends or whoever. So, today's story is called Solids. So, we're learning about solids today. Everything is made of matter. Some matter is a solid matter. A truck is a solid, a hammer is a solid. An apple is a solid, a yo-yo is a solid. So things that are kind of hard and don't change shape much, or it's very difficult to change their shape. So here's a yo-yo. We talked a little bit about a yo-yo because someone was playing with one, I think, a while ago. So you can do all kinds of tricks with yo-yos. Have some fun. Some people are really good at it. So what else do we have? We got a sign up here and this shelf. Those are all solids. Tires are solid on the outside. And you have fruits and vegetables. Looks like you've got a carrot and two kinds of apples, a red apple and a green apple. Do you like apples? Maybe this is a tomato or an orange. This looks like a lemon. All solids. A shoe and a pear are both solids. The shoe keeps the shape of a shoe, whether it's in your hand or on the floor. The pear keeps the shape of a pear, whether it's in a bowl or on a plate. Yeah, but what does a pear change when you eat it? It gets broken down. It's still a solid, even though you eat it, it's still solid. It's not liquid. Pears do have some juice in them, which is a liquid. Shoes stay the same shape, even though they do move a little bit, don't they, on your feet? If they didn't move, it would be hard to walk or run. A solid can feel hard or soft. A rock and a feather are both solids. The rock is hard, the feather is soft. A solid can feel smooth or rough. A mirror and a sidewalk are both solid. The mirror feels smooth, the sidewalk feels rough. So, have you ever felt a mirror? You might look in a mirror, but feel the mirror with your fingers. It's smooth, isn't it? It's just kind of slippery. Sidewalk has kind of bumps and cracks and little crevices in it, little indentations, but they all keep their shape even though they're hard or soft or smooth or rough. A solid can be large or small. A large tree, a small pencil, and a tiny splinter are all made of wood. Wood is a solid. Wood is always a solid, no matter what size it is. A large tree, a small pencil, and a tiny splinter are all solids. Look at this tree here. This is probably what's called a redwood. Redwoods are very, very tall and very, very wide. So some of them are so wide it would take 10 or 15 people linked together to go all the way around the tree. It is huge and it's very tall. Could be 300 feet tall, 100 meters. It's tall as a 30-story building. So think of your school is only probably 2 stories tall. So think about 30. So it's very tall. It's probably as tall as the tallest building in downtown Grand Rapids, some of them. And they're extremely old. Some of them are over 2,000 years old. Some solids melt when they get hot. Ice cubes are solids that melt. They turn into a liquid, water. A candle is a solid that melts. The flame turns the wax into a liquid. The liquid wax turns into a solid when it cools. So, yeah, so you have ice cubes, or even snow for that matter. When it's frozen, it's a solid. And when it gets hot, it melts and becomes a liquid. And the interesting thing about a candle wax is when it gets hot, it melts, but then when it gets cool again on its own, it gets hard again, becomes a solid. And this is a volcano. This orange stuff is called magma or lava when it comes outside and it gets really hot. And this is actually rock that's been so heated up that it melts down. Then it'll come outside, and then as it cools, it turns hard. It doesn't turn into the same kind of rock, but it's black. You might see this on the island of Hawaii, out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. They have volcanoes. There's also volcanoes here in the United States. They are not very active here right now. Even rocks can melt if they get hot enough. Lava coming out of a volcano is melted rock. Yeah, we just talked about that, didn't we? Scientists study solids to learn more about them. They want to know what solids are made of and how solids change. What would you like to know about solids? I would like to know about some solids, how hot they have to get in order to melt, like rocks, or some kind of um, metals, how hot different ones have to get hotter than others. Some are don't have to get heated very much in order to turn into liquid. All right, Veronica, that's our story for today. I hope you enjoyed learning something about solids. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.